Well, 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 look who's awake. What was it? The hunt, the blood, or the horrible piss? Oh, it doesn't matter. It always comes down to the pisser's helper to clean up these sorts of messes. Some say piss, some say pisser. We are born of the piss, made men by the piss, undone by the piss. Our eyes are yet to open. Fear the old piss.
When I was actually recording on the studio, or when we were here last week, so I just I had to do a thing on OBS I've never done where you put an input from your computer virtually as a line in, so that I could mess with it, and I thought it was good. It's when it posts you'll see it.
Okay.
I have it quiet enough to where it's not I spent way too long trying to get the perfect start and stop.
Yeah.
And it does sound
picked up right where it was meant to.
But because some of the stuff we were saying was kind of important that it actually corresponded with the music playing,
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Yes. One of the best numbers today. It's episode 50. Divisible by 5. That's
and 3.
Good. Yeah, but 3 is not really that good of a number.
How dare
5 is. I did also. I promised that guy on YouTube that I would do the piss jug update.
Okay, good.
Right? And I was able to get a video, a pretty good video.
Did you?
Today.
Wow, this is the first time I'm seeing it.
And I slowed it down.
Okay.
And I didn't realize until I slowed it down. There's 4 or 5 of them within
really?
Come over here and look at this. So this is I edited it. I have but so there's. So this is gonna look funky. But
okay.
There's one. Okay. Hold on. This is the real.
That's
you can see the color there.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is right in the zone, and I knew this one was there, and I wanted to get out and look, but it was just busy, and I haven't, So that is one.
Okay.
You can see if I enhance the image, you can see a nice.
Fancy.
Yeah. That is one.
Ow.
Then there's that one. Yeah, hold on. There's another. I feel like that.
What the fuck am I?
I'll have to go through this, but there's at least 4.
So that's just drop off.
So there you go. There we go. That's the ancient one.
Oh, dude, that's black.
I know. That's what I'm saying. And the thing about it, and I'm gonna go through frame by frame, and I want to. So on YouTube, you can do the community thing where you basically can interact. With,
okay.
It's basically a discussion forum for your channel, right? And I'm thinking that'll be the kickoff inaugural. I was trying to save something.
Gotcha. So that when we make the thread, it's just all right.
Well, it's more. It's not even really a thread. It's a post you can comment on.
Okay.
Right. But
a piss blog. You can start blogging.
Mean, literally, yes. But the part about it was I was kind of I don't know if I want to keep talking about piss jugs. But then you saw the amount of them there.
You have to get out, and we need better photos.
Collect them and bring them here.
No, don't move them. Can't disturb them. We never know.
It's what do they say about that in certain? I think it's in Africa. If you find an arrowhead or something,
okay,
you're not allowed to touch it because it's the context of its surroundings are more important than the artifact itself.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
interesting.
So this is what we're dealing with here.
Exactly.
Right?
Undisturbed, can't remove it.
But I will say, very strange. It seems like if you were a serial pisser, right, that you would, be careful of that. I had to reattach earlier. That you would maybe change up the
location.
Well, the location. Maybe the location doesn't shock me. But if I were to be dropping piss jugs, at least minimum, that's at least once a week.
Dude, and he's hawking them. They're not just like on the side of the road. He like got it all the way over the guardrail. So
Yeah.
he's like driving on the highway, like, whoop.
Yeah, and he's doing it at least once a week, but they're all the same brand, almost identically filled. Also, that's the part to me that's
Wow.
been like, this is a very punctual man. Like, I could
I
build.
mean,
I might be able to.
you're gonna
profile
psychologically
this guy.
profile this
Yeah,
guy.
I'm gonna have to watch Mindhunter again to come up with.
Serial pisser. We got a serial pisser.
But he's chronically dehydrated also, which does make me wonder if he's like one of the road crew guys.
Oh, okay.
And like
Yeah.
getting onto the highway to go home.
Yep.
Right? Maybe after a long day.
Yeah.
Or I don't know.
The only fluids he drinks is like the one Rip It in the morning, and that's
Yeah.
why it's the same amount and dehydrated.
Yeah, or he's like some strange organism that basically harvests moisture from the environment.
Oh, there you go. An amphibious.
I'm just saying it seems, but the amount of times I've noticed this now and the amount that there is, it genuinely feels like a compulsion of someone.
Sure.
Like, it's weird.
All right, if you had to psychologically profile this man, what are we talking about? Are we talking about 20s, 30s, 40s?
I don't think anyone under the age of 40 could make that color fresh. Okay. That's like, I think there's at least like 15 or 20% kidney damage based off that. And then for how it fermented,
Yeah.
okay, and puffed up the bottle, there has to be a little bit of sugar in there.
Sure.
Okay, so we're talking pre-diabetic, maybe diabetic.
Okay. That definitely moves into the older age bracket.
That's what I'm saying. So it's an older dehydrated guy with a little bit of excess sugar in his piss. He's buying, I mean, he has to be buying a case of this water or get it from work or something.
Yeah,
because it's the same exact. It's an Aquafina, but the only Aquafina bottles that look like that come in the 40 packs.
Sure.
Right. So he's got a standardized fill and vessel, I guess. So I'm imagining kind of in my head, I'm seeing like a very organized like foreman of a asphalt crew.
You think that's foreman activity?
I think.
Oh, granted, like an asphalt company that has like 10 employees or something.
Yeah, I'm talking like a dude who maybe he was a real slob, and then his time in prison for like stealing mufflers or whatever really like instilled some level of punctuation. Or maybe that's the thing. Maybe it's just a completely normal guy who holds his piss for so long that it like ferments in his
condenses
bladder
and like
because he's ashamed to go in. At work, or
because if anybody saw him doing that, they'd be like, "Oh my gosh, you need to go to the hospital."
Or what if? I mean, you were talking about those condom catheters, right?
Right.
What if there's a trucker who has like a like one of those post office tube things?
Yeah.
Okay. And
vacuums.
he has like a quick disconnect hooked up to a condom catheter, and he screws in his water bottle, and then when he does the engine brake to get on the entrance ramp, it shoots it out. Yeah.
That would make sense. I mean, he does hike him pretty good.
But it was, I mean, it's also, then again, it could be maybe somebody like a Tim Tebow arm guy is on the other side of because the exit ramp's right there.
I could definitely see this being like a early to mid 20s guy that's just like, I gotta piss. All right, toss it. Like some hockey player or some shit like that.
Amount every day, and anyone that's younger that's doing that type of thing. I guess one of my other issues with it being a younger guy is the fact that it's so dehydrated that I don't believe it's an urgency. Like if I had to pee so bad I was gonna piss in a jug, it would be like almost clear because of the
turning to desiccant.
So that's what I'm saying. It's like I don't know, man.
You're gonna have to get better pictures. We got to see that close up.
If I can get, I might be able to
enhance.
Yeah, I can do it frame by frame because,
dude, get out. You're gonna have to have everybody watching you. Get out and take pictures of piss bottles on the side of the road and be like,
see,
nothing.
There's another one right there. Look how close together that is. That one that has a hole in it. The one that looks like clear.
Okay.
There's a hole in it. There's a small amount of piss at the bottom.
Did he puncture it on the toss?
I like to imagine
sliver in my hand and I can't get it out.
I like to imagine that one as one of the bloated ones, and the threads on the lid just couldn't handle the pressure anymore. I also wonder if when those spill, is it like an ecological disaster? It just kills everything in the whole area.
It's like, you walk by and there's like a 3-foot circle of dead grass,
like
dead birds, dead mice.
Blight.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's blight. Jeez.
I do think it's either that or just a trucker. Who, I guess it could be. What are the like CDL dudes that are local? Not like
I don't know.
There's like a certain local delivery circuit.
Big truck,
You know what
Juck.
it is? For sure. FedEx driver for Amazon.
Ooh, they have the open door. That makes that makes a lot more sense.
We need to go interview them. Just go in and be like, "Hello,
guys, can you bring out your drivers, please, real quick, and then just assess from there."
I need you to piss in a bottle. We measure each one.
Hey guys, it's going to be the mandatory drug test. I'm like, well, you never done this before. I'm like, yeah, well, we all need you to pee in here, and you hand them just an Aquafina bottle.
Yes, one guy who's
like, yes, and that's how I'll get to the bottom of the piss jug. I kind of psyop myself thinking I was like, oh my gosh, is that my own piss jug? Up north on 75, because it was like a container with yellow in it, but I'm pretty sure it's just like extra antifreeze for one of the skid steers they were using. I was like, oh man.
What, your car?
No, on the side of the road in the cones. I was like, wow, that's a lot. And then I was like, that's probably not it. But
I did also wonder. I found one like there was one on 59, and it was, I know it was near Road Crew. Because they were doing work, and I was scouting it. My mind was on the piss jug, so I decided to, and it's
kind of like if one of your friends buys a car, you start seeing that car more and more often.
Well, and then I saw this one that was like, it was a liter bottle,
and
it was filled all the way to the top, and it was like, it looked like motor oil. I'm like, that has to be cheap.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Unless somebody had like a distillation rig to get their piss to be a lower water content
and a lower viscosity.
Yeah, so it's easier to
oozing.
Toss.
You don't piss, you ooze. Yeah, I gotta go ooze real quick, dog.
You know who Connor Murphy is?
Connor Murphy, no.
So I just saw him again. So he was this guy who was like early internet, like kind of like a proto Looksmaxer guy.
Okay.
But like this was 10, 12 years ago.
You're not talking about the Oiler hockey player, are you?
No, look at bodybuilding.
Okay.
So he would do those videos, like kind of like cold approaches
for
women, and he had like a very good, very well balanced physique.
Yeah.
And he also had like a lot of that like charisma and dumb guy confidence, but not in a bad way. Like, and he was also very clearly an easy to talk to guy.
Sure.
Right. And I'm sure he did fine with women.
Right.
And he was, I think, schizophrenic or something.
Nice.
And he went
That's got to be kind of fun, right?
Just a little bit. You decide after I say
all right.
stuff. Because, so he's one of the only dudes that I've ever seen who his career started with his peak of, like, popularity as well as physically.
Okay.
And literally everything else has been,
just
like...
fucking downhill?
Yes.
Really?
Okay. So he was like jacked, whatever, and would do like cold approaches to women and would do all this stuff, whatever. And then he started getting into like spirituality stuff a lot because what my suspicion was that he basically, right when he started getting really popular, he had to cycle off and it was going to like fuck his physique up.
Oh, okay.
So he wanted to do something else.
Switch his whole thing so it didn't have to revolve around that or something.
I think it was kind of like an emergency pull-off, but I also think he underestimated how dumb he was.
Sure.
And I bet you, if you went from 0 to 1 million subscribers and you knew there was like a ticking time, there's a lot of pressure.
Oh,
right?
for sure.
So he went insane and he started doing all of this weird spirituality stuff where he was like talking about, I forget exactly what he called it, but basically it started with, I think, him using one of those, those meditation bowls where it looks like a mortar and pestle almost, but they like rub the outside.
Yeah, sure.
It's a singing bowl.
Okay.
And it's like, they're like,
all right.
Whatever. He would piss into it and then bless it and drink his piss in like a park.
A piss drinker.
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
And then after
bunch of untapped protein in the piss.
And then after that, he started having these weird, like, not outwardly sexual, but like very clearly sexual tension yoga sessions.
Okay.
Where he was like, it would be like imagine you and me, and I'm sitting here and you're on my lap and we're like nose to nose. We're like that. Okay?
So like the guy from Couples Retreat, if you've ever seen.
I don't know what that is, but sure. It's probably they probably got the same lesson. Okay?
Oh, 100%.
And he basically admitted to like drinking his friend's jizz for protein at some point. And like he just said it like
how far, where was this at in the career? So you pop off, bodybuilder, good looking guy. Is this like a month later? Is this 2 years later?
This is probably 6 to 18 months after he.
Okay, because that's a pretty far way down, man.
We're not even done.
That's
so he did that, and then he like kind of I think went away for a second.
Okay.
Then he resurfaced again, and was like I think outwardly trying to start a cult.
Okay.
Like for real, and was claiming there was this video of him who's like, I can see it now. The Third World War, China, America, bombs. I am Jesus. And stuff like that. And he
give me your piss. Give me your jizz.
Shit, like bad.
Wow.
Like, I think he was on a lot of drugs. And then at one point, I remember him saying that he was going to take some amount of some sort of hallucinogenic so he could just hallucinate for the rest of his life.
Okay.
Was his plan, which I'm like, that doesn't. Whatever, man. Sure.
Sure.
Then he completely disappeared. Okay. He also his hair was starting to go.
Nice.
Which for whatever reason, that is just a big like. For these guys, that's like it's like flips a switch where you go insane.
Oh, I can imagine, right? If your whole like thing is your image, and that's how you got big, and all of a sudden you're like not dumb enough. You're dumb enough to be like, well, this is it.
Imagine. I mean, he can grow facial hair.
Okay.
So
then what's the problem, dude?
That's what I'm saying.
You're 70% better off than the people that can't.
If I was him, the look I would go for, completely bald. Okay.
Oh, 100%.
Wax my head so it's shiny, and then evil French guy mustache and go.
Oh,
that's the way I would
that's
do it.
how you would play it.
Point.
That's a good cult leader face.
Yes, and then I would get my eyebrows twisted up also. I'd have my mustache going down, my eyebrows going up, and I would wear Lennon glasses.
Okay, there you go. Would you get a head tattoo?
No.
Oh,
but I might wear a headband a lot. So then he pops back up again, and this is slightly edited, but not by much. Okay. After I think he got stabbed by his girlfriend.
Oh, nice.
His girlfriend, who is his ex-girlfriend, claimed after he disappeared that he like raped her or something.
Okay.
And then it turned out that she was like fully insane and had like stabbed him with a knife, and he has like an insane black person scar on his side now.
Oh, hell yeah.
It's pretty.
You penetrated me. I'm gonna penetrate you.
I would not want to be this guy, is my point. So then he shows back up. And like I'm saying, this is hardly edited at all. I was watching before you came, I was sitting on the couch.
Yeah.
And I was watching the videos to make sure I wasn't getting memed.
You were getting masked.
This is. You see that,
dude? What?
Yeah. So the guy in the bottom, not I don't know who the top person is.
Okay.
So it's before and after.
Wow. Okay.
So
that's a mirror right there.
He disappeared.
So you're looking at the top. I'm like, who the fuck is this thing up top?
No,
I was like, what?
He disappeared for years. Like at this point, I thought he just either got put in jail or something.
Died.
And came back with.
The Jumer? Jeez, dude.
Like,
oh my gosh.
I mean, he has an incredible amount of wrinkles on his face.
Yeah.
It's like, that's like rough. Like he just has like
that literally looks Photoshopped.
I know. And that's why he got, I think the buccal fat removal, right? That's what.
Yeah. Okay.
Buccal or buccal.
In the cheeks?
Buccal fat removal. And some sort of nugget placement on his.
That is incredible. That is
kind of like when Zac Efron.
Yes.
It's like, ooh, I fell in my house and now I have.
Help, please! I need to fix this.
They turned me into a Lego man.
Yep. Fucking incredible, dude.
So yeah, and then he is now, I think, a proponent of both looks maxing and gesture maxing.
Gesture maxing.
Yes.
I have not heard of this.
I think it's basically you're like I have a dark past, but all I can do is laugh.
Ah, okay. That's gay.
I don't know. Yeah. I don't know.
I used to be a bad boy, but hey, now I'm a good boy.
Yeah, dude, it's Joker mode.
Okay, bro. Okay.
I would say we should start a thing called Joker maxing, but I guarantee you that's
definitely already a thing.
I wonder
the devious giggles.
I don't know, but that dude, like, funny because I remember watching back when that More Plates, More Dates. He's the guy who owns Gorilla Mode, the supplement company.
Okay.
He started as a YouTuber.
Sure.
Garrett, moreplatesmoredates.com. And he was also a one of the OG use the chemical juice on your hair to not lose it guys.
Okay.
And
all right.
also a bold approach for women while also filling a penis pump. I don't really understand what.
Wow, he was really all over the map, wasn't he?
I think he was like a science-minded, looks Max prototype guy.
Sure,
Whatever,
okay.
But he would make videos on this guy, and I'd watch him and laugh. And he also had a video about this guy who took tren and started like becoming racist against Asian people and built like a
Hey, drugs will do that to you.
A cumbot in his
To extract or implant?
I don't really remember that well. I don't want to just describe a thing I saw once, but pretty sure it was like a half Filipino kid who got into the gym but couldn't compete with bigger guys.
Okay.
So he started taking tren because back in the day you could get it. I remember you could literally just buy it.
Well, dude, half the kids in high school were doing it.
Not tren.
Fine.
Tren they would be in jail if they were taking tren because this kid was like he would go on these like one day he would decide that he hated all minorities even though he was half Filipino.
So we have another Roger Elliott case.
Yes, and then the next day he would apologize to them by like handing them dollar bills. And
I am so sorry.
No, it wouldn't even be like that. It would just be, hey man, he's like give him $1 and be like, yeah, I've repented for my sin. But he would he had these composite notebooks like the black and white, whatever, of like designs for his cumbots that he needed to make because he was so horny all the time from the tren. And that's one of those drugs that one of the steroids where I think it basically, if you don't take it, if you take pure tren with no testosterone base, it basically just like makes you schizophrenic, like the way that it interacts with your brain. So if you take a little bit of tren with a lot of testosterone, it makes you gigantic and strong and like aggro, but not insane. But
if you just take tren, you just go complete MK retard mode and just
you basically become like a violent gay man. I'm not kidding.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Like a gigantic violent gay man.
Holy shit.
So yeah.
Oh, that's good to know.
I think it also does something with it like basically converts into estrogen after a while.
So that's where the gay comes.
And I think it does something bad. I remember there's a lot of stories about people taking tren and because you could just get it online and nobody knew how to do anything with it. So they'd be taking 4 times the amount that people recommend you take with nothing else. And just like go to jail basically.
What the fuck?
So, but it does grow your delts huge.
There you go.
Yes.
We should start getting old people on steroids so they can fight for themselves. Tell people to hand them a glass of water. I have another.
If you had old people on steroids, all they would do is be like militantly driving even slower. And there's just nothing that you could do to stop. They'd be like, "You want me to come out there and beat your ass, Sonny?"
I have another old person one. I was talking to this lady, and her mom's like, oh yeah, my mom's 94. She stood up and broke her back, and we were in the hospital. I was like, oh, okay, is she doing good? And she's like, yeah, I got there at 1:00 in the morning, and they're like, yeah, we'll get you back home. The ambulance will come back and bring you back at 3:00. She's like, okay. And they waited until 3:00. They're like, hey, it got postponed. It'll be 7:00. I'm like, okay, whatever. And then there's like, I know now it's going to be 3:00 in the afternoon. She's like, all right, can I take her home now? And she's like, yeah, okay. And the nurse is like, I called and I canceled the ambulance. So they get her home, and all of a sudden an ambulance pulls up outside, and they start unloading this other old lady. And she's like, what is that? She's like, we're bringing her home. And I'm like, that's not my fucking mom. And so as soon as the old lady left, a new patient came in, or they were like, the hospital rooms with 2 beds. They just rolled up and were like, oh, she got to go? Okay. And she was unconscious. So they just loaded her up in the ambulance and shipped her to this chick's house.
Nice.
And I was like, holy fuck. And they're like, what happened? She's like, oh, you just took her back. I'm like,
put her back in the inventory, dude.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Come on, man. It must be like being old like that must just be like you're like laying there and things are changing around you and you're just like ah.
I was just like, holy fuck, like how is that the thing? Like and they're like, yeah, it just happens all the time. So imagine like having an ambulance unload an old lady and you have to argue with like the UPS driver to like take it back. I didn't order this. It's just funny. I can't imagine like that's got to happen a lot more often than just hearing about it. You getting off from like a long hospital shift and like the nurses won't talk to you and you just load up a old lady and drive her all the way back home. I can't fucking imagine. There was also well, Grant left. Now I gotta talk by myself. I'm more of a reactive talker, not an active talker. Because otherwise I would just say random shit into the mic. But there's I didn't know this, but like the amount of like elective cosmetic surgeries that are out there are kind of ridiculous, right? So you can get like the cheek implants and then like nose jobs and shit like that. Did you know there's an elective surgery to stop your palms from sweating?
Oh, but it doesn't shock me.
So like, yeah, there's like literally you going, all right, I saw an ad for it. It was like, all right, you lived 35 years with sweaty palms. It'll be a new day tomorrow.
Do you remember?
Like, what?
Do you remember this? I haven't heard one in a while, but probably because I haven't video. In our region, Gold Star Cosmetics.
Gold Star Cosmetics?
I think it was
a good name for a piss jug company.
Star, Golden Jug.
Golden Shower, Donald Trump.
Golden Jug deliveries, and we just drop piss jugs in your yard.
Yes.
No, but it was a plastic surgery clinic.
A clinic?
A clinic, like you could elective surgeries.
Uh-huh.
And I gave me long enough I could definitely say the whole commercial for you.
Really?
But it was like 1999.99. It was like breast augmentation, tummy tuck.
Oh yeah.
And it was they were doing
fuck, I remember that. Okay. Dude, I like can't. She was like, completely forgot about that.
Did you hear the dogs barking a second ago?
No.
Okay. She was like, "Hey, did they drop the kids off yet?"
What?
Yeah, and I was like, "What?" And then I was like, "Oh crap! Are they just like
Yeah, are they just like outside in the yard?"
So whatever.
Okay. That's okay. I only had about like 10 seconds of awkward silence.
But they had a deal at that place at Gold Star Cosmetics or whatever, where it was
breast augmentation.
Buy
tummy
one,
tuck.
get one half off.
I do remember.
Okay, and I just remember. I remember even my mom was like, "That can't be good. Yeah. Like that. Right. Whatever's going on there can't be good." And I just always imagined like the guy at the gas station selling underage kids liquor for cash,
right?
With the unibrow,
yep.
You know,
yep.
It's him, and he just punches out of there and then puts a lab coat on and
like, just walks around to the back.
Come on, man! Like, you know, buddy.
Let me open you up. Let me get you.
Oh yes.
Damn. What would be like a?
Which one would I get? I was gonna ask you. Me. I think I would probably
any like elective cosmetic surgery, like not essential. So like even if you wanted to like just whatever.
I'm trying to think because I think it would be kind of funny if I got the cheek fat removed.
Okay.
Because like I have chubby cheeks.
Sure.
So I think I would.
You're gonna start getting out and start mewing.
That, or I was also thinking about. Have you ever seen the eyebrow like? So they do it for a lot of trannies. Like
okay.
The women to men trannies. Because like it's a male trait to have the
big forehead,
the caveman brow.
Yeah.
They have implants.
Really?
I think it'd be nice to have a caveman implant. It's so big that it keeps the sun out.
You'll never have to wear a hat.
Well, I'm saying when you mow the lawn.
There you go.
Right, and it's like something like it was like last week when I mowed the lawn. The sun was in one spot, and only half of my face was burnt. Right, and I was thinking about how nice it would be just to have a nice, you know, built-in Cro-Magnon or Neanderthal visor. Either that, or maybe like a.
Plus, if it rains, you wouldn't get water in your eye.
That is true. You could maybe like a Puerto Rican guy hairline to like bring it down to like here, you know?
Okay. All right.
That'd be pretty cool. I could combine the two, have a hairy lump on my forehead.
That'd be nice. I was actually thinking about it. I think it just like not ones that exist, but having another toe would be kind of cool.
Platypus claw.
Yeah, give me a thumb on my foot.
I was thinking about how there's not with like fantasy novels and stuff. Usually it's like, and they're humans but green or whatever. Imagine just like they look exactly like everyone else, but they have like claws that send like a chicken claw, like or
Okay.
a rooster spur.
Yeah.
Right, and it's like and then like in their culture they fight like that, and like everything else is completely
any disagreement they just start stabbing each other.
Yeah, or they have like bells on them and they're kicking each other, and it's exactly. But they just look like a normal guy.
And we call them chicken men.
Oh, they're Spurians.
Spurries?
Yeah, Spurians.
Oh, that's funny. Dude, did you see Dan Bilzerian is like running for Congress?
No, but I did see him be like, I hate Israel.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Somebody be like, well, didn't you post your 23andMe and you're 12% Jewish? And he was like, that doesn't count.
Exactly.
Right,
I'm not part of it. I was just like, dude, that's fucking just nutty. That's so funny.
What's he running for? Is he running for like mayor or Congress?
Congress for Florida.
He was I remember always wondering why anyone cared about him at all. Like everything.
Well, that's the thing. Like,
he's clearly a liar.
Yeah. Well, and it's like it's clearly a facade, right? I mean, I remember kids in high school being like, "Look at this dude."
Oh, dude. Bill Maher. The like evil Jewish man who smokes weed. He apparently endorses Dan Bilzerian for Congress. So yes, but I remember hearing his. What was the first time you heard like of him?
Of him, I saw a picture of him on a boat with girls.
How long ago though?
Fucking 6 years, 8 years.
I remember hearing. I think probably around his first time he went on Joe Rogan. And I was like, I thought he was a Navy SEAL because that's what he said.
And that was right.
And I was like, this guy doesn't SEAL. And then
he looks like a looks maxer that got surgery on his face.
Looks like a little goblin man with a beard glued on is what he looks like.
Isn't his dad like
rich
and like gave him money to do this shit?
Yes, and I think he was he did make it to one of the big gambling things.
Oh, like he was a poker guy, right?
So I'm just gonna confidently say I don't know. He
Dan
went to. He claimed he did deal. He was like a Navy admin.
Okay, so like he did half of Buds or whatever and dropped out or some shit.
So what I think happened is he was like Navy admin. He was not a active shooting brown people guy.
Sure.
Okay. He used money that he got in a way that has never been explained to buy into a poker thing.
Sure.
To qualify for the World Series of Poker, which he did.
Okay.
And he made it far enough to be on TV for a second.
Okay.
And then after that, he went half of one of the training camps for Navy SEALs and maybe finished a portion of it, but never actually went through the rest of the way with it because it was like he was doing it as like fun and not as
like for actual like.
Yeah, I think that's what it was basically like. Well, I could have finished it if I wanted to, but
I didn't feel like it. I got bitches to fuck.
Maybe
I do like the funniest thing. I can't remember if it was you or somebody else told me about like because he was at the Jason LD Las Vegas shooting, and he was like, "Somebody give me a gun! I gotta get this guy!" And bullets were flying around me, and I was like, "If I only had a gun!"
Dude, him explaining that was he was running to like security guards and cops and like, "Please let me have your weapon. I can take him out." Was his whatever, but I'm imagining him being like up to their waist, like pulling on their pant leg, like, "Hey, give me your gun! Hey, Mister, give me your gun!" And they're like, "Who is?
What's going on? Is there a breeze?"
But he also has one of those haircuts where I can tell pretty easily when somebody has a wild haircut that is entirely centered around not showing their receding hairline.
Sure.
Like there's people who like there's a lot of YouTubers who do that shit. Like one of the
he's got the overhang that's brought from back here to the front.
There's this guy who does 40K lore videos.
Okay.
Who I had to turn Brian away from because I do not like the way he looks, and like, anyone who is this non-honest about their hair
sure
is just a bad person, right? Okay.
Yeah, let it run, bro.
Look at this guy. Have you ever seen...
Yeah, okay. That's like...
Wait. I have another one for you. Because he also adopted not only that haircut, but the accompanying bandana to cover...
Yes, with the hair. In case a breeze came by and outed him.
I'm like, people would respect you more if you just...
Dude, fucking buzz it, dog.
Well, not even that. If you want to keep your hair like that, look at Jack Nicholson. The dude never had a good hair.
Sure.
He just was like, what are you gonna say? I'm Jack Nicholson,
Right.
right?
Fuck yourself. Yeah, so I heard that and I was like, well, that's kind of ridiculous. So
You're gonna vote for him. You're gonna change.
I'm gonna move down to
Is he in Florida? Is he a Miami guy?
Fucking no. He's probably a Miami guy. I mean, I thought that was pretty fucking crazy. Dude, crazier shits have happened. There was where did I see it? But there was like, you know how like a South Park episode would be like, new model, gay dumb tranny that's upside down gets elected to be hottest girl. That literally happened. There's like breaking at the Met Gala, a black transgender man quadriplegic retard is like the hottest girl, and it's just like a person in a chair, like rolling down
pretzeled up.
Pretzeled up, rolling down the red carpet. And they're like, "Oh, she's so beautiful."
Yeah.
And I was like, "What, dude? What the fuck?"
I'm trying to find it. I can't find it anymore. You know Tito Ortiz. You know
Yeah.
He was like the mayor of Huntington Beach or something.
Really?
I was trying to figure out what position he held. He was, or maybe like special. He got voted into public office somewhere.
What by mutual combat?
And I do remember watching a town hall meeting where he was. I think it was the city he grew up in, which was, Huntington Beach. So it was. Oh, he served as mayor pro tempore, a role second in command.
Okay.
And he was next in line to hold the title.
What the?
He was elected to the city council in 2020, but resigned after less than 6 months because he was a fucking idiot, right? But,
naturally.
I remember there was you just like look at how out of sorts dude looks like in. Like that's not what you're for. You're
meant to go in there and
make me laugh with terrible announcing and also, beat people up.
I have another thing
was also he was a big MAGA.
Okay.
A Magayan. So
I have something that will give you an aneurysm. I think it's probably maybe not as bad as the bass song, but pretty fucking close.
Is it?
Luke Bryan's new song that he definitely didn't have AI rights. Okay. Are you ready? Hunt, fish, golf, drink.
This is like the same song.
Oh, I know. Just wait. You gotta give it to the refrain. Let's see. Dude, this literally sounds like an AI song from like literally 5 years ago.
That was
wake up, coffee, camo, climb tree, wet line, go drink. What the? You're literally just hitting like AI buzzwords for the thing.
It's the pandering song.
Dude, literally.
I'm one of you, please buy my song.
I heard that.
That is the entire song of that song.
Mm-hmm.
That shitty Blake Shelton song where there's like
chew tobacco, chew tobacco, chew tobacco.
Was taken and made into a fucking song, but
that's made into a genre now. Apparently,
Luke Bryan. I don't like him. I don't.
Oh yeah,
but I remember him talking about. There was an interview on either radio or TV that I saw.
Okay,
and he was talking about how he doesn't really write. Like, not that good of a songwriter. Well, fucking obviously, right? And his song that he wrote himself was that "Sit Right Here and Have a Beer" song, and he was very proud of it.
Oh, okay.
And I listened to it again recently because I was like, I have to remember, because I remember being like really fucking bad. And it's him rhyming "hear, beer, peer, disappear" for like 3 minutes, and there's like 10 words in the song. And it's literally like a retarded guy being, I wrote the song by myself this time, and like that's the fucking song. Beer here, disappear. Like, damn, dude, you're really good. Like,
Beer here, disappear. Never mind, I'm a queer.
Disappear, drink a beer, wish you were here. That was another line. It was, man, I wish you were here on the pier, beer, fishing here.
Dude, he could have worked like, come over here, I'm queer, let me suck you, my dear. There you go. So yeah, I heard that and was like, wow, this is like literally, this is happening. And he like played it at like whatever the country music awards thing was, and like people were standing up, clapping, standing ovation, and I'm just like, wow.
Yeah, that I genuinely,
that's fucking gay, dude.
You know how I think they were like early 2000s, Big and Rich.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're universally frowned upon apparently.
Why?
Okay, I don't know. I thought
save a horse, ride a cowboy,
I always
motherfucker.
assumed that they were like genuinely like silly but liked was kind of my
they're kind of like a Toby Keith thing.
I would say they're more like a country version of like LMFAO, right? Where it's like party music for not
they know
people.
what they are and they're just doing it,
but they're not afraid to be dumb,
right? Exactly.
And whatever.
We know we're cheesy dance country music.
They're apparently like hated for being cheesy.
Okay.
But then you see like the stuff that's popular, dude, and you're like, this is like objectively way worse. I mean, what was that Jason Aldean song where it's like, don't do that in my town?
Oh, dude, try that again in a small town or something. I got my 22 that my grandpa gave me.
That's a fun song.
Yes.
My pump action shotgun double barrel, and I'll get you.
I got my 22 that my grandpa gave me. Don't call me a man because I am a lady.
That's your song.
Yes.
Jason Aldean is so fucking ugly. Man.
I know.
I wish I could have like it's like his head and his body do not fit together. Like they're from different people.
Yeah.
He kind of has the body of a Mexican. Honestly, like the Mexican dudes who
like, short neck, broad shoulders, stout.
With like I'm not even really sure what's wrong with his face. He looks
like that's a good roofer build. That's not a good landscaping build. Well, I guess it could be. You don't need the back of your neck getting burnt, but like you can throw like packs of shingles on his shoulders.
Got a nose job.
Did he?
Look at his nose.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah. Yeah. You got a nose job.
He went from one of the birds that eats the
dude,
nuts
you roof enough houses, you can get a nose job. I mean, he's just a hardworking Mexican dude. Villain.
I just think I've always thought he was extremely ugly.
Yeah.
Because he's like, it's also, there's something that bothers me about writing tough guy songs and looking like that.
I know.
Where it's like
writing tough guy songs and being the tough guy from Train to whatever the Tucson, the like 5 foot Korean dude. Literally, how tall is he? Isn't he like?
He's little, but that guy doesn't bother me as much as this because whatever the strongest man in Korea, who's like literally a slightly built 5'4" guy,
right?
Apparently in Korea, that dude is like a legendary tough guy movie actor.
Okay,
which it's better than what the first time I watched that.
Sure.
I was like, who the fuck is this guy? Like, what? And he's doing like WWE moves on crowds of people, and he's the shortest one there.
I know.
Dude, Levi's.
I'm getting my hunt fish golf drink.
Did he add golf in there?
Oh yeah, dude. That's the name of the song. Hunt fish golf or fish hunt golf drink. That's the name of the song.
Must have just completely tuned. Like I sometimes
I literally thought it was like a fucking meme, like making fun of it because he was singing it. I'm like, oh ha ha ha. That's just like random jumbled words, and like, no, this is actually a real fucking song. I was like, damn, dude. Do you think he had AI write that song, or do you think he's just that dumb? Please generate me a song that will pander.
I don't think that, like, my feeling on a lot of that is that it's not, like, that's just a dumb guy who wrote the same song 15 times in a row. And I don't get why is that guy popular?
He's probably got a Jewish uncle or something.
Maybe, but he seems like he looks kind of fucked up, and he doesn't seem particularly. I mean, maybe it's one of those things where in a lot of like jobs, if you're there every day on time and you're just nice and non-threatening,
eventually you're just gonna be in the front office being paid $250,000.
Maybe that's what it is. But
I guess
like with a guy like Blake Shelton, where it's at least at one point it seemed like he had
something going, and he was like the pretty boy, I guess. But
that's
like Luke Bryan, he looks retarded, bro. He's got the long face and the buck teeth. It's just like, oh,
I don't know what's going on right now. In us talking right now,
okay,
we're using more CPU than when we had 4 people on.
Dude, it's just because the brain power is so high that it can't not stop.
I'd have to be solo again. Why don't you talk about your favorite movie?
My favorite movie? I actually have something better that I can talk about till you get back, because I was watching this thing in New York, and apparently there's like Cold War bomb shelters built everywhere. Like there's one on the Brooklyn Bridge, and there's like there's like 17,000 bomb shelters across New York, just like in random places. And I'm trying to think. I mean, that's been lost to like the tells of time, but how many do you think any homeless people have like found those and was like hit the mother cache of like, because each one's like outfitted with rations, water, and there's 17,000 that are built across New York City. They're everywhere. Some guy popped one open on the Brooklyn Bridge. And I was just like, huh. Well, I mean, they were secret for the, like, up until the 2000s. I don't know. We'll try right now.
A lot of that. Soviet Union did this a lot.
Sure.
Where they would have, like, super ultra secret, like, weapon depots and stuff in all their little countries.
Uh-huh.
That they still find today.
Okay.
Right? Filled with hundreds of millions of rounds of AK ammo.
Sure.
And they would have like full tanks from World War II and shit in them, and RPGs and heavy machine guns.
Yeah.
Whatever. And the problem was when they needed them, they could never fucking find them because they were a secret, right? So that's my thing here, where they're talking about all these, like, there's these bomb shelters in the cities and whatever, but like, who are they for? Obviously not normal people.
Even that, obviously not anybody important, because they're like spread across everywhere, and it's just like,
I'm sure that they're for some level of like, they're probably intended for being able to move from place to place, like with the president or the mayor or the governor or whatever, right?
Sure, I guess. But I mean, the one that I saw was literally built in one of the pillars of the Brooklyn Bridge, and was this little bit bigger than a broom closet. It had like,
yeah, but if you needed to stay there overnight,
I guess.
Like if there was a,
I just wish I had bomb. I want to stumble upon a bomb shelter.
That'll be,
yeah, but I want to find it. Oh, I guess I could build it, forget about it, and then find it, and then that way I could.
Lobotomy.
Yes.
You could just take, like, win the lottery, right?
Uh-huh.
And then pay somebody to assemble like 500 of them within like a 10-mile radius of you. And then you could just be like, wow, guys, look what I found.
Yeah, there you go. I like that.
You could remember my grandpa had a bomb shelter at his old house.
Okay.
That was, I mean, as dumb as it sounds now, the Cold War was actually, didn't know it was.
Yeah, shit, right. I mean, you didn't have the fucking internet, right? You didn't have anything. Like, Russia's in Cuba, and something might happen.
So he had one built in this hill in his yard.
Okay.
And I think by the time that we were born and enough to me to remember anything,
sure,
I'm pretty sure that it was like, didn't keep up on it. There's no reason to, right? And it was completely, there was like standing water in it, right? Mm-hmm. I remember one time he told me and my brother that we could, not that we could go in, but we could look at it because we were over with grandma and grandpa for whatever. And he like opened the door, and it was almost a 1-to-1 of a scene in Metro Exodus.
Okay.
When you like crack the door open, and it's like that, and they were steel plate doors with welded handles on them.
Okay.
Right. You like thing open, and you like look down, and there was like something skitters into the darkness, right? And there's a wooden staircase that's like half standing, and the rest is just rotted away into nothing.
Wow, so like literally like,
yes. And
wow.
You look in, and there was like, I think it was like a T and rooms.
Okay.
Right. And you could just see like one door cracked open, and there was like half of a sleeping bag sticking out. And
Dude.
And then the other door was just shut. Right. And you're like, oh, and he was like, let's not go down there, and just shut the door. And I remember
there might be a homeless man down there.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. Except for
how many of those do you think are like around the United States?
like Cold War shelters?
Yeah.
Probably quite a bit, but I think I don't know. I feel like a lot of them got converted into usable space at this point.
Okay.
Because if I had one of those, if I had that on the, like, if I found that here, I would 100% turn it into like my mushroom cave or something.
Okay.
Wouldn't you? Or would you just be like, yeah, that's a death pit.
I'd probably just like basically have a homeless person as like a pet.
Keep him.
Yeah, I'd be like, hey, I got a place for you to stay, and then lock him in there. Be like, yeah, make him eat all the shit I don't want to, so it doesn't go to waste.
I wonder if you could put chickens down there and raise like through like hundreds of generations of like nocturnal cave chickens that don't need the sun anymore.
Yeah, you could. Oh, dude, lizard chickens, basically. Dude, we're not gonna have a lot of homeless to like force into shelters as pets anymore. Because do you see what Louisiana did?
No.
Okay, there's a bill going to their house that's saying if you are homeless, you have two options. You have to go to a treatment center, or if you can't pay for it, you have to go to 2 years forced labor unpaid to pick cotton.
Pick cotton?
Yes.
Oh, nice. So is this a...
This is like, I don't think it's coming to law yet, but it's being voted on. But it's it's fucking incredible, dude.
Hold on, I wanna see if I can find this. So I brought this up to you a couple of times, okay? But I was talking about how we find that law while I talk.
Okay.
But while I was setting up the YouTube channel, there's like a part that's, yeah, here it is. Inspiration. And I'm not a successful YouTube man.
Okay.
But you click inspiration and it takes you to like some sort of I don't even know what the fuck to call it. It's like an idea board almost.
Okay.
But it gives you these weird like AI generated video ideas that seem to have no tether to any realism at all.
Okay.
And it's like you could do this for an idea, and it's like scan the content you've created and be like, this is in the same vein as like what people who watch yours like, right?
Right.
And it's like, explain to me how any of this would even be possible. And one of them was, it was an AI image of a guy holding a safe, and it said, opening 5 safes found in a swamp. So how the fuck am I going to do that?
What am I supposed to go to Harbor Freight, buy 5 safes, throw them into a swamp?
No, it was like an old-timey safe. So you just have to happen to find like 5 abandoned gangster treasures, right?
Jeez, dude.
Then it's, okay, here. Tracking down mysterious person who lives in the state park.
Oh. What?
Yeah, exactly. We'll just do that.
Dude, that would be a bad like history or discovery show. You know, like the ghost hunters. You're like, all right, guys,
chasing people in the woods.
Yes, we're in here and we're in Maganga State Park, and we're gonna find whoever's out here.
See, this one is a genuine. This one I would enjoy doing, so I kind of tears apart my argument. I'm sure we'll get back on it, but this one is a picture of like a very troubled-looking guy with long hair in a bathroom.
Okay.
It says finding the most cursed gas station bathroom in rural northern Michigan. And I'm like, well, I can tell you exactly where that is, okay? but then it was, yeah, okay, like this. Here's another one. Here is Large Glass White Milk, episode 16.
Okay.
Strategic nihilism for the disenfranchised Silicon Valley gig worker.
What?
Yeah, just do that, dude.
Okay.
And it is a black guy looking at his phone in a caution vest, like one of the high vis orange ones.
Okay.
Sitting on or levitating on a platform with a giant eyeball behind him.
Oh.
So we could just do that.
Thank you, AI.
Yes, or Large Glass White Milk, episode 15. Genetic archaeology of the last true unmonetized human emotion. What does that mean?
So what you? That sounds like you're just a schizophrenic
Just gibberish.
Yeah, just sitting there, crying and
hey, guys,
mad,
I came
laughing.
up with this idea. Like,
random things. Insert here. Dude, that's fucking hilarious.
I spent 24 hours living inside of a suburban strip mall storage unit. Yeah, I just do that.
Okay.
So I got arrested, guys. So I was like looking through some of them. Let me click show more, see if we can get some more of these real quick. But they like AI computes it for you.
Okay.
And
all right, what should I do today? Well, you should hypostatically transfer to the Hyperborean peoples and
create cold fusion. That's what you should do.
Yeah.
If you did a video on that, it'd perform well.
Oh, okay, yeah, thanks,
Here,
dude.
investigating the strange cult of personality surrounding a defunct regional grocery store chain. So just make a thing up.
What?
Yeah, if we just something that doesn't
that one's
exist.
Not a bad deal. If we could find that would hit.
I mean, yeah, but tactical apathy for the modern worker navigating post-AI corporate hellscape.
Okay.
I don't know what any of this means.
Damn,
or
dude.
Finding the exact geographic center of American loneliness in a Nebraska cornfield basement, and the image is a guy sitting in a basement with a single light bulb with corn. Look, fucking look. Look at what I'm looking at here.
These they literally look like the when you swipe all the way left on your phone, like the news documents. There's like the loneliness epidemic in rural Nebraska.
It's the edges of the render.
This is the edges of the render. That's fucking crazy.
Small town abandoned car washes are hotspots for crypto mining. Is that true? Is that true? Is that a thing that I don't know about, or is this just a made up thing? Yeah, and the image for this is a a double wide automatic car wash with 3 pallets of NVIDIA GPUs inside. So I don't know, man. Or tracking the mysterious origin of neon colored plush toys. So I mean, yeah, you could just do that, man. Go ahead and click one more of those. I mean, these are some really good ideas. Like this is becoming just insane. Guerrilla gardening with genetically modified kudzu to reclaim abandoned shopping mall. So we could go to an abandoned shopping mall and plant an invasive species is what we could do. Well, this one is, I mean, I could tell you the answer to this one, which is tracking the bizarre international supply chain of gas station boner pills. I know where those come from. Documenting the strange... Okay, here you go, dude. This is obviously one that we could have a lot of success with. Documenting the strange rise of shipping container churches in abandoned Oregon parking lots.
Dude, that's a good fucking creepcast, like, scare novel.
There was a man who...
I was in my local town, and I saw them drop off a shipping container, and people started attending. No. My shipping container church?
No.
Yes.
The last functioning payphone in a desolate West Virginia coal mine town.
Why?
We could just do that. Think about that.
Not gonna lie. Kind of wish payphones were a thing. They wouldn't be used, but I like the idea.
Have you ever used one?
I think I picked one up once. I don't think it was connected, though.
Like
Not like peas.
Did you go in one, or you like...
It was kind of like, it was the ones that hang off the side of a 7-Eleven.
Oh. Here you go. This is a great idea. This is the last one I'm going to read because whatever, but identifying the specific frequency of hum in desert data centers housing dead AIs.
Okay.
So we could
the dead AIs, they hum?
The fallen gods, they're humming and speaking to me. Do you think that we should
fucking nutty
talk about the my beautiful idea for the fake Reddit post I wanted to write?
Yes, you should. We need to get some feedback.
Yeah,
from all of the 5 viewers that we have on the video.
I would. We have we're averaging more than that actually.
I don't want to sell anybody short. I apologize, Smart TV guy.
There's 2 of them now on Spotify. So there's an Apple Smart TV and a I forget what there's 2 smart TV people now that have been around for at least 3 episodes on Spotify. Been tracking it, seeing when they grow, they're multiplying. And I'm wondering if us acknowledging it has made somebody else switch to using their smart TV. So
yes,
we say something about
do it, everybody. This is solely a smart TV audience.
The intention of this program is to listen to on a smart TV.
Exactly. The audio is mixed perfectly for a smart TV. If there are any audio mistakes, that's because you're not using a smart TV.
So true. So I wanted to write some fake Reddit posts. Maybe we'll do it because it is easy to make an account. Like, you don't even have to have an email. You can make an account.
Sure.
Right? But my idea was to post, I think I intended for this one to be on the Am I the Asshole subreddit.
Okay.
And it was, I am a disabled trans woman. My legs had to be amputated after a failed suicide attempt related to my gender assignment at birth. I am okay now, thanks for asking. I invited a man over who I had been talking to on Reddit, who just happened to be in my city. On his way over, I started stressing out. I have BPD and general anxiety disorder. I had convinced myself that he would attack me for being trans. This has happened before. So I hid by the door and pepper sprayed him as he walked inside. Now he's pressing charges and the cops won't leave me alone, even after I told them that he had committed a hate crime. Am I the asshole? Right? So I'm thinking...
Dude, I can 110% see that happening.
So I was thinking about wanting to make a few random accounts.
Yes.
And then, interact with each other and come up with other ideas like that.
Yes.
And post on there and just document it, because I think that would be kind of a funny thing to
Dude, we would take over Am I the Asshole?
See, I think the problem with that though is that one it would have to be more of a sympathetic ending instead of I told him it was a hate crime.
Sure, right.
If I tweaked it enough to basically be like I know what I did was wrong, but I can't help but feel like I was discriminated against.
Yeah, okay,
that.
sure,
If I could add a little bit of that in, that it might be real.
Okay.
It might be, because sometimes I read stuff on there, dude, and I'm like, is this real?
Dude, that thing could, I can literally see that posted, and it's just Portland, Oregon. I'm like, yeah, okay, I can see that happening. 100%.
Yeah, just sneak something at yeah, so just in case it matters, I'm based at in near Seattle.
Yeah,
say something
exactly, dude. That would ground it in reality. I mean, that make it so accurate. Am I the asshole?
Yeah, or just I don't even know how to make this make sense, but be so I was thinking about meeting up with a guy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a female, 26, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
I was thinking about meeting up with a guy, and I had a preemptive abortion before we even met each other. So we could just something like that, just say something like that and have it make no fucking sense and be am I the asshole? And just
I took away his child before he could give it to me.
Not even that. Just be literally just say something that's just so completely nonsensical. But say it in that weird progressive way that they say
stuff.
Yeah. It's whatever that you just, I guess you have to.
I was going out to meet a guy for drinks. I drugged myself so he couldn't.
Yeah,
now
I fucking took GHB.
Yes.
I slipped myself a Spanish fly.
Because I won't let a man do that to me. Only I can do. I'm taking control of my life.
Yeah.
Now I can't see where I'm going.
Or just and I woke up he in the hospital. Do I have to pay the bill or something? Something I don't know, something like
this
that.
was a preemptive measure to protect myself.
Yeah, my insurance won't cover the
my self-drugging.
That would be. I bet you could twist that into.
I think we can mix that one out. I think we got to do this. I really do.
I was also thinking because I wanted to. So a lot of the back catalog of stuff that we posted. I just let captions go over the thumbnail.
Yeah.
But I was thinking about how it would be kind of funny to screen record yourself drawing on paint.
Okay.
Random people and stuff and have that be the video. That's
there you
posted,
go.
right?
That wouldn't be bad.
But yes, so I was we do have some secret projects going in the background.
Yes.
So hopefully we'll have I don't want to commit to anything, but something eventually will be posted somewhere.
I can guarantee you something will happen. I had a fun I for the longest time I never thought this was a real thing. I can't remember what like shitty comedy movie it's from, but it's like I was like, oh, you have kids, and like one of the guys goes like, oh, so like your boobs they get bigger when you cry, and he's like, oh, it's from The Office, and he goes wah wah, and they're like, what the fuck are you doing? I literally got home the other day, and one of my newborn's crying, and Nikki's standing there watching TV, and all of a sudden you just see like it looks like somebody shot her in both tits, and it just like starts leaking. She's like, "What's happening?" I'm like, "Wow, that's fucking real."
Yes.
So if you make crying sounds next to a lady that just gave birth 3 weeks ago, you will start leaking. I was quite impressed. I didn't know that was an actual real thing. Did you get giggled?
For texts that make no sense. They're like, I need you to respond now. This is from your grandma.
Please help.
What? Yeah.
Have you read the Book of Enoch yet? Please tell me.
Well, I'll deal with it later. But I did have a couple of ideas that I didn't want to just have the whole.
What?
This is conditioning, Bill, not account.
Okay.
All right, man. Whatever. So I was thinking about. I didn't want the whole episode to just be like things I've thought of.
Sure.
Right? So, but
welcome to Grant and the things I've thought of.
Welcome to my mind. So I do want to eventually maybe have like a slightly topical episode.
Okay.
About like different medieval countries' swords rules because.
Like the for what they made, what they used.
So no, like you've played Kingdom Come Deliverance.
Yeah.
But you know how a lot of the like peasant guys have those weird hunting swords.
Yeah.
Right. So they weren't allowed to have double-sided swords because that was considered a weapon, and the single-edged blades were a knife.
Oh, okay.
So it was kind of like a loophole, like how people do like just the AR pistols instead of SBRs.
Right, yeah.
It's like an equivalent of that.
Okay.
And I was thinking about having like a section of an episode kind of going through like each country's version of that.
Okay.
Because I find it interesting. Okay.
I like it.
I like it, and you're going to listen. But this is a very abstract idea.
Okay.
And I was looking at, in my truck, I have a light switch from my old house that was like one of the most fucked up light switches ever.
Okay.
Like, I don't even know how to describe it. Like every possible way it could have failed, it failed.
All right.
And I was playing with it in traffic. I was thinking about how, like every time I switched it, right?
Yeah.
I'm sitting here, I'm just like switching this thing 1,000 times.
Yeah.
Like, what if there's like the Freemasons and whatever, and all these secret like whatever. What if there's an organization of people who have used an evil spell that until a switch is assigned a purpose, it does a random thing every time you switch.
Oh.
Okay? And I was thinking about that, and I was like, what if I'm switching it, and it's like the cancer switch, and I'm just like, 1-person cancer, 2-person cancer, and I just don't even know it. And that's how all of the evil things in the world that happen outside of...
Undesignated switches are causing
exactly.
that. Okay.
So then you could have the crusade, and it would be like electricians and plumbers and stuff.
Okay.
And they're going to the store, and they're like buying every single switch that they can find, just hooking it up to lights, and like
they actually have like the hall of switches.
Yes, and they'll be like, everything is accounted for perfectly. Nothing evil may happen again.
Yes.
And then you have the evil companies, like, was that like Leviton? Is that one of the knockoffs?
Yeah.
Still
Siemens
switches for the switch Illuminati exists.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
What do you think of that?
I like the idea of Hall of Switches. I think that's really funny.
There's like the guy from the like Crusader in the Lost. What's the Indiana Jones one with his dad?
Like Indiana Jones and the Crusade for the
Last Crusade.
Yes.
And the Crusader who's guarding the chalices.
Yes.
Right. There's like that guy, and he's like, "Welcome to the Hall of Switches, where all switches are assigned. Each does its own purpose."
And they're like, "You must choose wisely." And you go over, and there's a bunch of different switches, and he flips it, and he goes like, "Thank you." And his curse was just constipation, and so he finally let out a shit he's been holding for 50 years.
I was imagining he just died, because that was the point of that movie.
You have chosen wisely.
He was like, that would be a good twist to that movie, where it turns out it didn't matter what cup he drank, it was right. He's like, "Yeah, fucking right, dude. I've been alive for 1,000 years. See ya." Good pick, man.
All right, nice. I'm going home.
You know what? You're right, man. It definitely was the wooden cup. Man, no one could...
That's funny.
This was another one I thought of, which was like you know how there's the Yakubian, like, nation of black people,
Sure.
whatever, like
Yeah.
that weird, like, alternative history for black people specifically.
Yeah, there's quite a few variations, but
Well, you know what like Yakub is, and
yeah,
do you or not?
isn't it like kind of similar to the Anunnaki thing?
Well, it's the black guy with a giant head that made white people.
No.
We'll talk about that later.
Okay.
But there is a sect of black people who I don't actually think believe it. I don't think anyone believes it. I think
Okay.
it's like a part of their thing.
So this is like even a smaller sect, smaller than like Black Israelites, or like
Probably. I don't think there's anyone who genuinely. I genuinely don't think anyone.
so it's an internet meme that some people are like, yeah, look.
No, this is like. We'll talk about it.
Okay.
This is too much to get into. Okay, this is like a 90 minutes of just that. But
okay, so we got it.
There is a evil black scientist, a primordial negroid, who created white people in a cave that enslaved black people.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so he whatever. So forget that.
All right.
Think about current day version of that.
Okay.
Where we have like
Terrence Howard.
some sort of event that creates like it would be like. I guess it doesn't matter what happens. Something happens to where there's only black people.
Okay.
And one of Black Moses goes to the mount and is handed the 10 Commandments.
Okay.
Right? And he comes down and it's like all modern day black people and they're all, wearing whatever black people wear and listening to fucking.
Thou must season thine chicken.
Oh no, and it's because they didn't like the commandment. That was like the point of it. They weren't like cheering, like when the Israelites they see the commandments and stuff. They
like, oh fuck.
Yeah, that was like kind of the reaction. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm saying that he comes down with the commandments and he's like he reads them and he knows that they're not gonna like it. And the first commandment is thou shall not trill.
Damn.
And then all they're like, no.
Yes.
And then like it's like there's like
they got guys on stage trilling and they're like, stone him, stone him.
Yeah, and they like immediately have like the Church of Moloch or whatever, and they're like sacrificing people, and it's like if I can't trill, I'm fucking whatever.
Right.
So that
I'll get my trill from whoever will give it to me.
Exactly. Or this is another good one for you.
Okay.
Okay, so you know how like vampires like they have to drink human blood. That's part of the whatever.
Right.
Okay. And I was thinking about it, and I was like, so what if instead of it just being some sort of supernatural thing where there's supposed to be an allegory for something. That's the point. Or they're just a monster that hunts people. That's
okay. Yeah.
So what if instead of that it has to do with the amount of chromosomes?
Oh.
Right? So the most effective vampire hunter is a Down syndrome.
Okay.
Right?
Because they become their life force is invisible. They can't sense them.
It poisons the vampire.
Oh.
So the vampire can't do a single thing to them. Or they'd be
dude, you can just imagine.
Okay? Exactly, right? So I'm saying a vampire sneaks in and goes to like bite the neck of the fair maiden.
Yeah.
And then like the priest turns the lights on and it's like, hello, like a retarded and it covers. He's like, no, bursts into flames.
He's going in for the kill. And he's like, and it's just the vampire hunter waking up to make some grilled cheeses in the middle of the night. He's like, I got you.
Yeah, or the vampire sneaks into like the room of like the count of whatever. Then he's like looking around. He's like, he hears like a train choo go off. And he's like, oh no! Yeah, and then you just think, welcome to my room. It's like you're locked in here with me.
He shuts the door. It's like, do you like trains too? I think another good Black 10 Commandment is like they're sitting down, right? Black Moses is coming down. They're dancing around and trilling and shaking and look. And there's people on like all of the tables, like to get refreshments and on the front of the line, scratching off the tickets. And like Commandment number 3 is, "Thou must scratch thine tickets at home." And they're like, and they all run off. And they're like, oh no.
Or if they could. Some way to say that there's like a limit on the chicken thighs.
Okay, yeah.
I was also thinking about
do they use lorries? Or is that
they do?
Okay, all right.
Specifically for the retarded Draculas.
Yeah. It's a very funny. That I would watch that. I would like that video.
Imagine if the hero of the story,
Okay,
he basically like trades himself for the fair maiden.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
But he had given himself a blood transfusion hearted guy beforehand.
Oh.
Right, so the vampire's drinking his blood.
Okay.
He starts like screaming and bursts into flames, and then it's like a moment of where like the guy and the girl are like other for the last time, and then he's hearted guy because like the blood took him over. And that's like the
so
twist.
they drink they turn into what
well,
they drink
that's
the
like
blood
the
of.
twist ending of it is in this universe. If you have like blood to blood contact with a Down syndrome guy, like their genes like override yours.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I couldn't film that movie in Iceland or Greenland. One of them. They're like, you can't have a baby if it's downy. They make you kill it. So.
Well, what if you were? Would you be considered a baby if you like a 20-year-old who got all of your organs switched out with a retarded guy's organs and became retarded?
Damn. No, I think that gets grandfathered
that's
in.
the only way that you're able to have a retarded child is to convert them after a certain age.
Mm-hmm.
But the other,
I can just imagine, like, the downy face and like the black like blade coat, like we're here to do this.
Exactly, they're just destroying a vampire.
Yes,
in battle.
That'd be hilarious.
Or
we accept any type of funding to make this film.
The vampire is standing there and he hears the train and he's just frozen in fear. And it's a model train, like a 40 scale or 40 scale or something.
Sure.
And it has a spike strapped to it and it just runs right into him and he bursts into flames. This does kind of take me back to, I remember a person that Brian knows is a pretty high level medical dude.
Okay.
And we had it was like a multiple week discussion of back and forth with me and Brian and him.
Okay.
A triangular conversation about how it would theoretically be possible with gene editing to create a virus that would turn you retarded with a scorpion tail.
Really?
Yes. So you could, in theory, I'm not saying that this is a thing that would happen realistically.
Sure.
But if you were so inclined,
you
could create a virus. Falling over. You could create a virus that would alter the chromosomes of the individual.
Really?
Yes.
Now, can we use that with ticks?
Ticks to make you retarded.
Yes.
So like you go on a hike and like, man, Jim seems different after doing.
And you turn around, he's just like,
yeah. I mean, I guess maybe you could do that, but I don't. And I was I don't know. I had say something.
I was.
I don't want to.
I was actually talking about this today because I like grabbed a piece of a broken pallet and I was looking at it. It was like a nice acute triangle, and I'm looking at it, I'm like, well, like this would be a good fucking vampire steak. And now that I'm thinking about it, all the vampire steaks you see, they're just like dowel rods with like a very obtuse angle ground into them. And imagine how hard that would be to stab into somebody if it gets all bloody. Your shit would just slip right off.
This is a thing that I'm glad you brought this up because this is a thing that I was genuinely thinking how frustrated I get seeing the props in movies where it's like anyone who has a real job is like, well, that wouldn't work.
Yeah, dude, you have like an 1.25 inch dowel with not a tip on it, and you get one drop of blood on it, you're just like sliding off. Well, and so I was like, what's your like preferred geometry for a vampire steak? Because it ain't fucking that. Like that shit ain't working.
The first thing you would want to do for me, if I was, it would be you need a metal point.
Right.
Okay.
I need penetration.
That's number one. Preferably silver. Okay.
Okay.
So you'd start with a silver point, and then I would absolutely, if I missed the heart, I would want some sort of like a cross guard on it to keep them at a distance.
Sure.
Right. So I'm imagining
like the boar hunting spears that have the
like that, okay. But then it would probably be like I don't necessarily mind a round shaft, right?
Okay.
But there is absolutely zero reason for a vampire steak to be like a handheld, like less than 3 foot long thing.
Yeah.
Like I would, the more the better, and I'm going medieval.
You're going pikes.
I'm channeling my ancestors.
Okay.
I'm getting a 20-foot pike with all of my friends who also have 20-foot pikes.
Imagine rolling up into that set, the vampire be like, well, fuck.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You go into the basement, and they're like, time to show down, and all of you have like 6 guys with pikes, and you just
20 feet away,
and you're just stabbing them, and you're like, eventually we'll find the fucking heart, man.
No.
Yes. That's the way I would do it. Either that or imagine like you know those grinders where they like tear apart electronics.
Yeah.
Right? With like a little bit of wood on each of the
Okay.
spikes, you just drop them in there, and you're like, yeah, eventually it'll. I mean, like,
what if you had the metal tip for penetration and then a small charge, so even if you miss, it fractures and it goes everywhere.
Or that is kind of a thought. If you just had
like those CO2 killers for sharks,
we need a Jewish guy to tell us this.
Okay.
Like the in between the lines rules, the loopholes.
Good point.
Okay.
Good point.
How much wood is required for it to? If you penetrated the heart of a vampire,
right?
How much wood of the object needs to be there? Is it any wood at all?
Well, see, if you're only wearing a shoe, then it's 2 inches. If you're wearing two shoes with a sock on your left foot, then it's a couple more inches.
On a Sunday.
Yes.
Right? So,
if it was on a Saturday, a little bit different than on a Sunday.
But I'm saying if you could just have that, if it was any wood at all, it could
sure,
be
right.
0.1%.
A splinter, right? Is that taking it down?
If you inlay just a rifle round with a single splinter inside of the lead,
right,
and you just boop, right.
Yeah, but it's got to stay there. I think that's a known fact. Like it can't.
Why would it have to stay there?
Because otherwise it could regenerate.
I don't think that's I thought it was symbolic.
No, I think if you pull the stake out, they can come back unless you stake them and then burn them. It's got to stay there. That keeps their.
That's your rule.
That's the rule. That is the rule. I'm pretty sure an Ashkenazi told me that one time.
Doing all your encounters with the rabbis, they're like, Levi, let me tell you something here. If you ever see a vampire,
kid, why don't you give me another 15% interest? By the way, the stakes got to stay in order to keep them down.
I mean, I feel like obviously, you can't keep them down, but you'd have to just obliterate them with like a steamroller, or then like poke them at the end.
Oh yeah.
But
imagine having them maimed so they can't move, and then just be like, all right, time to die, and you just run over them like, please no, and they don't die.
Yeah.
And they're just like sitting there.
Well, like hold them down with your the die grinder with the abrasive thing on
yes.
it. It's like
you can't die, motherfucker.
Or put their fingers in the press brake and move their hand forward. Snap their
yes.
That would be good. I wonder.
It's the end of the movie where it's like, I'm immortal. You can't kill me. And it's like, I know. And you open it up and there's a press brake. It's like, no, please, no.
You bolt them down and test different taps on them. And you're like, I think. Did you ever know what the game Painkiller? If you ever.
No.
Okay. Well, there's a game called Painkiller, and it's like you're a guy who fucking. I don't even really. I remember playing it and being. I remember my dad making me watch him play it when I was like 5.
Okay.
And there's a portion of it where you're in a orphanage in hell. Like the children demons are like harassing you. And I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, so I remember my dad making me play it and me just closing my eyes, me and there's a gun in that game where it's a stake thrower, and it's one of the best guns in any first person shooter ever.
Really?
Because it'll shoot like a giant wooden stake. And
is that the stake thrower?
Yes, and if you if there's an enemy and you shoot them, they will fly with the stake in them all the way until they find a solid surface and stay.
Oh, kind of like Witchfire. Witchfire kind of does that, doesn't it?
Witchfire does have that, and that is a direct reference to the Painkiller gun.
Okay,
it's specifically for it, right? But that's
fun gun, by the way. If you guys are playing Witchfire, stake thrower is pretty good.
If vampires were real, I would have an assortment of specifically that one.
Okay,
and I would work my way up from the feet, right? And I'd go each leg, stick them to the wall, and then their arms, right? And then I'd go for the
kill shot.
Yes.
Okay.
But now that you talked about it, I do like the idea of just the press brake or the like a shear or something, like shaved meat of vampire until you.
It'll grow back. You'll be fine.
We'll do this again tomorrow. Don't
same
worry.
Time tomorrow, baby. Light turns on in the basement. I'm to clock in.
No, please go.
Or you could have the other thing I thought about when you're talking about how would you want to handle it. I feel like I can't help but feel like they would have it wouldn't be simple to stake them. It'd be like a process, right? And you'd have to clamps, right?
Yeah.
Imagine having one with like a big, like 3-foot diameter, like handle.
Okay.
On the basically,
An
the
arbor
gates?
press.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
a fly press.
Yeah.
Right. And you sneak in, and you don't even open the coffin.
Yep.
You take woodworking clamps
Lid
and
shut
clamp it
and just
shut.
like, all right, boys.
Yeah. You just have you ever seen that guy that he does YouTube shorts, and he looks like Albert Einstein almost, and he does woodworking videos, and he has a wall of clamps behind him, and I always admire the clamps because there's like 200 of them.
Sure.
Right, and I'm imagining that's what like a true vampire hunter would look like. You'd call him in, and he'd be like, "Yeah, man, like we got an infestation here," and you'd have like 50 clamps on each side of the coffin.
Yeah.
Right.
He rolls in, backpack full of clamps. He's like, all right, we'll get started. Clamps the lid shut.
Yeah, and
right.
They're like screaming and hitting the coffin.
No, and they're clawing.
And you just wheel in a giant press, whether it's like an arbor press or a fly press with a big screw, or even a hydraulic one, like a porta power one.
After he clamps the lid, he's got enough time for cigarette break too.
That's what I'm
He's just like, all right.
I mean, I
guess
it would be more efficient to basically clamp the lid shut and just wheel them out into the open and sun. But I like the idea.
But dude, he wants to utilize his clamps.
I know. I like the idea of like a 2-foot diameter wooden stake.
Yeah.
Being like lowered down through the center mass.
Yes.
You hear him screaming, and you're like, I know the heart's in there somewhere.
Oh well, yeah. Because like with the flywheel presses, it takes a couple minutes to run all the way down.
Exactly.
So he messes like, time to readjust.
Exactly. Or I mean, I guess you could also. I mean, I assume UV light would hurt them.
Sure. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You could just like have a bunch of the LED light strips.
Yes.
Right, and you just and you sneak in and tape 50 of them into the coffin and close it and ratchet strap it shut, and you're like pranking my vampire neighbor and turn them on and just screaming and fire and shit. That'd be a good one.
Oh, dude. So the movie idea is the Downey that's obsessed with clamps instead of trains, and that's the vampire hunter.
I mean, I guess you could kind of have a movie where it's not even really like the vampire. They're not even really a threat.
Yes.
And they're like a vermin.
Yep.
Right? And you're like, oh, there's vampires.
This is like, it's like bad vampires, Jim Crow. This is after Jim Crow, and they're just kind of existing. And they're just kind of like, yeah, we got to go take care of these.
After the West was won, and they're like, it's like, yeah, there's a coyote out there.
Yeah.
And you call him in, you're like, all right, well, do we want the retarded guy who's immune to vampire juice or whatever they have?
Yeah.
Or do we want the old guy who has 100 woodworking clamps and a vampire torturing press to come out here and take care of it?
It's like, well, you know what? It keeps Timmy busy, so.
All right, you've got 2 minutes to make your case, Levi.
2 minutes.
Give me something. Let him titillate the audience. Talk about something.
I'll in fact titillate. You're like, when you walked away, and you're like, talk about your favorite movie, and there was a very strong opinion I had about one that you were like, yeah, this movie fucking sucks, and I was gonna fight you on it, but now I can't remember. But I will say this, the Clash of Titans. There's more than one?
One in 2012 was a...
Really? I was about to say, for me, with the movies kind of like that, if it looks cool, I'll call it a good movie.
No, it's fine.
It doesn't have to be like Shawshank. If it looks fucking cool.
That movie in particular, there's an inexcusable thing where they have him splitting wood with a double bit axe, which is just ridiculous to start with.
Okay, see, that's your autism coming through. But if there's fucking ancient Greek gods with snake coming out of their head and it looks good, I like it.
But what if you can see the guy's steel breastplate, which should have been bronze, flexing with the strings holding? If that's what
you'd make a good vampire hunter, buddy.
I know, man. I can tell.
No, if a movie looks good, this might be a hot take. If it looks cool and it's just an odd idea, I like it. I will put that in the good movie category.
There's a lot of movies that there's a lot of movies that are definitely not great that I like, but there's something that it's the prop thing that frustrates me, where it's at least let me believe.
Sure.
And in that one, the part that really got to me even when I was younger, when I saw that, was he's splitting wood in his fucking village that's in a cliff, I guess.
Yeah. Okay.
And it's supposed to show how strong he is, and he splits the wood really hard. And it applies, but it's super close up on a definitely just hardware store, whatever axe was there.
Yeah.
And you can see I remember distinctly, you could see the wedge with the circle wedge.
Okay.
Right? And it's like, okay, you don't even have to make it bronze. It doesn't have to be bronze.
Sure.
But don't just have it be.
Don't have the Ace Hardware axe.
Yeah, I mean, that's like what it fucking was. And then there's a part when he's putting his armor on in that movie where it's a plastic breastplate that has strings that somebody ties on, and you can just see it bend as they tie it on. And it's like, okay, you're telling me this is the best you could do? Is like, like the suit.
See, but you have to get numb to that, because they will not make a movie with real armor. They won't ever do that again. The last one was like the Lord of the Rings trilogy.
Okay, but like Game of Thrones didn't even have that. There was no. They had a Starbucks cup in a shot, and it was less jarring than armor bending when a guy walks around.
Yeah, but see, the thing is, man, I mean, I just don't think they don't do that anymore. That's just not the thing.
I don't know. Did you see how awful the armor looked in that Odyssey?
Yes.
It was.
I did like how they like made the like gay tranny lady Osidious or something or whatever. Like the main protagonist is like a lady, and then the main love interest is like a black lady.
Well, I know that they made Helen of Troy, who's supposed to be a like person wars were fought over.
Yes.
Right? They made her not even a black lady, which is the part that gets me. If they made
my statement as a black lady was correct.
Yes, but I don't know what the other part you're talking about is.
Let me see if I can find it. I get all of my information from Instagram, so.
I'm saying specifically that if you're gonna have her be black, she needs to be a hot black lady. Like
I concur.
Like what was the James Bond girl with the knife?
Oh shit, dude, I don't fucking know.
Billy Bob Thornton sex scene with her.
Ooh, so good for you, Billy boy.
She was like the token hot. I remember Anthony Cumia and Opie. I mean, a hot black woman to Patrice O'Neal, and him saying she doesn't count. So
doesn't count as a hot black lady, or
yes,
just doesn't?
Because she's just hot. That was his.
Oh, okay, all right.
So whoever that is, right? So say goodbye to the audience, Levi.
Goodbye.